Hey everyone, welcome to Crypto Clarity. My name is Sahil and this is the channel where we talk all about blockchain and cryptocurrency. So in today's video, we are going to talk about the reasons why we saw the big crash in the past week in crypto market. We saw Bitcoin almost going to $50,000 and it was due to multiple reasons. So we will talk and try to touch on those multiple reasons, and also the market has bounced back a bit and we can see there is some recovery from there. So we will also look at the future lookout and what has history told us for the past bull markets as well. So without wasting any time, let's get right into it. So let's look at the price action that we saw last week. We were seeing Bitcoin more than 66,000. At one point it was even 69,000. Looked like it was going to break that all-time high again and stay up there for a while, but this news happened about US recession and we saw it almost going down to like 50,000 as well at one point, and now it has recovered to 56,000, almost 57,000 right now. So this happened in almost a week, and that drop was very scary for a lot of people. For many people who are new on this space, they got scared from all this news and fear about crypto, so they sold their crypto as well. So this is something that has happened previously in the previous bull markets as well, where there were multiple drawdowns where people were forced to sell their coins for a cheaper price, and then other big institutions bought them. So even now this happened. After this drop, you can see the bounce back was fairly faster as well, and it's reached at this price where you can see that a lot of institutions and a lot of big whales have bought these coins back up. So they will always do that. There is correction from there, but you can see there was a drawdown as well. So if you see the whole market cap of crypto market, it was sitting at around $2.4 trillion at that point, and it went down to almost 1.85 at one point and $1.77 trillion as well. So it has been slowly recovering, just got over 2 trillion right now, but it was all because of the news which was the US recession fear, which came out of the data from Fed meeting, which was telling you about the jobs report. And if job report is not good, that means basically unemployment is high. It's a bad indicator for economy, and that had a major sell-off even in the stock market. Stock market almost saw $2 trillion worth of value wiped away from it, and even Japanese market had all those record broken from their 1987 crash as well. So all of this happened, and the economic uncertainty made these prices go lower. So because crypto is part of all this macro market, it's harder for it to be separate from all these news and everything that happens. It's always interconnected to all these things that are happening in the macro environment. So this was one of the reasons that all of this economic instability that caused the crypto market to drop down. The second reason for this market crash and this tension in the market was because of the geopolitical issues that we are seeing right now. The worldwide issues with countries fighting with each other. There is situation of war, especially in Israel and Lebanon. All those countries in the Middle East, they are on the verge of having this war, which is basically getting involved with USA as well now. USA has sent their ships. So this was also one of the reasons that the market basically fell to that news, and there was de-escalation from both sides. Again, there is loss of life, loss of property and everything going on in there. It's not good for anyone, but it is happening around the world. You can see we have not stopped that Russia and Ukraine war as well. So it has been going on from last couple of years, and now we are seeing more countries getting into this as well. So this is something that is affecting and obviously will affect all the asset classes, doesn't matter what. And crypto is again the riskiest of them, so it will be hit by them. Doesn't matter how robust the ecosystem is, the coins are, it will be part of this whole ecosystem, so it will get affected by it. Doesn't matter if your coin is very good or it's not that good, or it's something else. So that's really important to understand, that all these things are happening around the world. It will not matter if we don't have a world to live in and all this fight keep on going on. The third thing that has been an issue because of this is the market sentiment has fallen to a fear, which is fear and greed index. You can see how much fear there is in the market and what is the greed factor in this market right now. So you can see the fear is 29, which is very low at this point. Yesterday it was 17, which was extreme fear. So this has basically got the market sentiment down, and all of these news are basically a reason for that. And then obviously there is dependent on how the market reacts, how market sells off, how many people hold it. All of these indicators matter, and then this kind of factor comes into play. So you can see that fear and greed index will show you all these data points as well. I will put this link in the description as well. There is extreme fear, all of these prices, they are showing that. So make sure that you are aware of these kind of factors as well. I'll put the link of this in the description so that you are aware of it. I also talk about these kind of indicators in my newsletter, so make sure that you are subscribed to that, which is coming out every Saturday. And I try to bring as much as news possible in there, which I am looking at, and also what I am doing in this space at that point. So you can read it, and it's for free, so doesn't cost you anything. Make sure you are subscribed to that. I'll put that link in the description as well. One of the reason for this drawdown as well was the reason that Japan changed their policy in the Bank of Japan. Everything changed on July 31st when the Bank of Japan raised rates on short-term government bonds from 0% to 0.25%. That came after a hike in March when the bank raised the rate for the first time in 17 years from minus 0.1. That seemingly innocuous move set off a cascade of events that eventually caused Bitcoin and Ethereum prices to plunge around 18 and 26% respectively. So this is another reason, this is like a macro trend that happened that affected crypto markets as well. There was sell-off in the stock market. There was major sell-off basically in S&P 500. You can see every traditional market were badly shaken. An index of US stocks down more than 5% on the day. Catalyst wasn't so much Japan's rate hike, the surging value of the yen in foreign exchange market. So the value of yen increased in the foreign exchange market, and then they had to dump their Japanese yen, and then the dollar was strong. So this was one of the reason when US dollar is the strongest currency in the world. It's bad for the market, and it's harder for other dominations of crypto or whatever asset classes to be traded in that perfection of currency pairs as well. So those yen dominated loans became significantly more expensive, whether because of margin calls from lenders or general cautions. Traders started dumping positions by the billions. Jump trading sale of more than 370 million in ETH between July 24th and August 4 caused a stir, but they didn't trigger the downturn. At the most, jump amplified what was already destined to be a historic sell-off. But the good thing, we saw that it was a good bounce back. It almost reached 57,000 right now. You can see people have bought a lot of crypto after that because they saw the prices going down, so that was a good entry point for them. I've seen a lot of people talking about it as well. They were having issues with putting their money into the bank because of this, because it's so slow and you have to buy these. So Binance saw $1.2 billion of inflow in one of the biggest trading days of 2024. So other exchanges as well, like crypto.com, OKEx, have also increased by 300 million, 107 million, 97 million in 24 hours. So people were buying as well because of the cheap prices for them. So they got a good entry point. Because of all this crash, they were waiting for these. So that was good for people who were waiting on these drops and had that cash on the side. For me personally, I didn't do anything in this case because I haven't been into the market buying much anyway since last November or December. I try to add to my positions of whatever coins I already have, and also I DCA into Bitcoin whenever it crashes or corrects a bit, because that's a forever game for me. I'm not going to sell Bitcoin anyway. In the future, I will try to put that as a asset for collateral for getting loans, because banks and other companies are coming into it, and it's inevitable that you will have these kind of mechanism to be used from crypto market. So all in all, I haven't done anything. I didn't touch my portfolio. If you were stuck into this and you want to know that, this is a part of this crypto market, it always happens. There are multiple drawdowns while we are in an uptrend, but this is to shake out people from their positions and for the whales to get in and get their inflow as well. So make sure that you are aware of these things, and that's the reason I talk about these factors, not some shiny object syndrome on crypto clarity, so that you who is doing this kind of stuff, trying to understand this market, have that clarity and understand this market from a different perspective as a tech as well and as a macro environment as well. So thanks for watching. If you liked and watched this till the end, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thanks. I'll see you next time.